Hello, everyone. We're back. We're going back to Eden Prime to fight Cerberus.
Are we back in black?
From outer space.
They came back after
No, they're back. We Men in Black? No, that's totally not back. Wow.
Not even close.
No, but at least it was sort of related to other stuff. Well, now we're on Eden Prime, and
I'm surprised you didn't go with Back to the Future.
Damn, that would have been great.
You missed it. And
I totally missed that.
And I was waiting for you to say it, and I'm like, is he gonna say it? No.
Also, here's something that in this mission in particular, I figured out compared to other Mass Effect games. Mass Effect 3 is a much more vertical game. Because in this mission in particular, you can go up ladders. You can go you can definitely get to a higher elevation to take out enemies.
Rather than like in Mass Effect 1 or 2 where you're pretty much horizontal, you're on
you're
on two planes, like there's a ladder.
Yeah, I don't know why it's higher than it should be.
Probably because you can't access them yet.
You're probably not. But it's I don't know, it's really cool because there's that it definitely makes the excuse me, I just burped.
That water is just making it's killing you.
I think it's more the empty stomach thing that's happening now.
That would be useful too. Yeah.
Yeah. But it definitely makes for more tactical choices you can make in combat.
Yeah.
Than just, hey, I'm gonna hide behind cover, wait for them to stop firing.
Yeah, I'm gonna hide behind this chest high wall and use my biotic powers. Mm-hmm. Instead, you can use your biotic powers from above.
Yeah. Also, that reminds me of another thing is the way cover works in this one feels more natural than it does in 2. Like, the things that you can hide behind feel more natural in the environment than, suddenly there are a bunch of, knee-high walls. It feels like these things are just there, and you could just happen to be able to use them for cover.
Right. Oh, we kind of missed a very important point here. It's a Prothean that's alive!
Oh, yeah.
In stasis!
Well, I don't think they got to that point yet.
Yeah, she just mentioned it. Yeah.
Okay.
Given your experience with the Prothean cipher,
and this is something that always bothered me. They have the Prothean cipher that you have in your head from the first one is a huge big deal in the first one.
The second one never mentioned.
And this is the only time they ever mentioned it again in the third one. It's just it doesn't it felt like it was such a big thing, and it could have been a really cool narrative plot point that could have started messing with his head and kind of created this whole mind game thing,
like the dreams.
Yeah, but
with Protheans instead.
Exactly, and it would have been a really cool. I don't know. I think it would have been a really cool thing, because you've also played Overlord, the DLC in Overlord in 2. There's a moment where you go into the computer, and there are visions that you see and all that, and that's the part of the DLC I really enjoyed, and I feel like they could have done something like that with the cipher, but I feel like it's a complete missed opportunity.
They missed a lot of opportunities.
It's not they were trying to tell a specific type of story, and there's room to do this with other facets of the universe. There's a whole comic book line that is specifically about the elusive man and what happens to him, and other characters as well.
Right.
So there's area in this universe to go different directions, but there were just certain things that I kind of wanted that didn't happen, and I guess it's okay. And
it's alright.
Yeah, it's alright. I have nothing else really to say about that.
Yeah.
It was just something I kind of wanted, but didn't happen.
Well, unfortunately, we're probably never going to fix it. Change it.
Well, at least not now.
Yeah, but basically the stasis pod was damaged, and the life signs are unstable, so we have to find some stuff to figure out how to open it.
That's the technical term, some stuff.
Some stuff to find out how to open it without damaging it further.
And there's also a subplot that's here that you can access certain computers, and they have information to give to the citizens of Eden Prime so they can evacuate the planet and escape to safety. And you can find, I think it's 6 different terminals you have access to, and that if you do that, it raises up your war asset rating for Eden Prime.
I did get 1 war asset.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I believe it's something along those lines. Oh, I hate those turrets so much on the harder difficulties because they will take you down.
Oh, I thought you were a character.
No.
I forgot that this is
Yeah, they
hold.
Yeah, they destroyed this thingamajig, this
Lab?
The lab, thank
Apartment?
you. Yeah, apartment complex,
Building!
living quarters, yeah, whatever it is.
I also like how this could have been a good multiplayer map, but no.
Well, no, because it was DLC, so that was the
Oh,
problem.
this is DLC?
This is
Oh.
this is the pre-order bonus, or I think you actually get it in the deluxe, the digital deluxe one that you have.
Digitalis.
Yeah, with my stuttering.
But yeah, we're just gonna explore a little bit.
Having drinks and watching the game. Son of a bitch.
Oh, look at that game. Which line's gonna get higher?
No, right? I mean, if you ever notice, like they talk about the screens, like there's information on there when really there's nothing coherent going on.
Yeah, it's like, no, that's... Why do they get king beds? Or queen beds? Big beds in their barracks?
Because they have to share.
And artwork? Artwork does not exist in the military. That is a fashion faux pas. Everything needs to be gunmetal gray and camouflage green. You have nothing to say to that, do you?
No, because you're kind of right.
Oh, but I'm so glad the turrets don't actually have, health. They have...
Oh, they have armor, and that's about it.
And once you destroy the armor, boom, they're gone.
Yeah, and see, like,
Actually,
there's a ladder
we're
on the left there. You could go up there and go onto the roofs,
Yeah, but
and you could take down people.
we'll
Right,
do that
sorry.
we're going to do that on the way back, but we're going to first go to this first objective marker, as well to make our way down that way anyway, so...
Yeah. You can totally do that. You can totally just go through the entire level, take out all the enemies, and then come back and try doing this. But
Which
they
is
will
gonna be
they will
annoying.
respawn. So
Yeah. I really don't want to do that.
no, and this is
Whoa!
yeah. And
I
this
forgot
is,
his eyes went all
yeah weird.
green and weird.
And this is the only time the cipher ever comes into play from the first Mass Effect.
Yeah, this is... Yeah. It's not very impressive.
No, it's really not, and I feel like it was a totally missed opportunity, like we mentioned before. But this story that you're witnessing here is actually very interesting.
Oh yeah, the story is interesting, but
Yeah.
kind of sucks that, this is the only point it's mentioned. But then again, since it's DLC, it makes sense then, I guess.
Yeah, like it's supposed to be a short little vignette that you see of this character who is in the stasis pod, because that's what you're viewing is the memories of this character Javik, who is the Prothean in the stasis pod.
Well, thanks for ruining the surprise.
Okay, like it's not like it's
That's
not like you can
Javik
figure
on
it
the
out.
left there.
I wasn't gonna say that.
The other guy had civilian, and he has Prothean as his name title. So
Yeah, but still, it's a story that you see unravel here. I mean, like you don't even get the full scope of who Javik is in these little shorts that you see.
Cerberus was trying to make sense of it without success. The Prothean cipher you received on Pharaohs, it lets you see the images as a Prothean would and understand their language.
Whatever it does.
we
Which would have been a really cool thing.
we have the decoder.
Yeah, like this would have been a really cool thing if they were like, oh hey, we're gonna incorporate this way more into other things because you constantly run into Prothean artifacts.
Yeah.
But
It would be cool to just like say, hey, we can use this more effectively or at
yeah.
all.
Like there were so many side missions about the Protheans in the first Mass Effect, and there were so many artifacts you found in the second one.
Oh.
Yeah, see, I told you they respawn. So there's, yeah. But I just thought it was one of those things that is a totally missed opportunity, and I want them to correct this in subsequent Mass Effect games, and see you can
Climb the ladder.
Exactly, and I feel like they only did this for multiplayer, and they just kept it in with the single player because
That's kind
why
of
not?
useless. There's nothing up here.
Well, no, not in this one. But there are other areas you can jump. You can go up and down.
Oh yeah, and you can climb up things and.
Well, you could always
stuff.
do that.
I know, but it's more prevalent here.
Yeah, I remember in the first Mass Effect you could do that, but it was only in specific places you could.
Yeah.
So
Salvage equipment, get credits, make a new home. That's all we need.
yeah,
Terminal, examine.
Perfect. This intel will give you
yeah. See,
Freedom
Oh,
Fighter.
you did find all the.
I thought that was only like 4 things. I think.
Yeah,
4
maybe it
combos.
was 4. I said maybe 6. I'm not entirely sure if it was actually 6 or not. but it
Oh,
was,
that bypass.
see, I hate that it's not a mini game now. But
Well, it's not as prevalent now, so it would have been fine. In the first game, it was annoying each time you had to do it.
oh yeah, I always felt. I mean, I'm happy that they got rid of it, but then again, I'm not because I liked having the little mini game.
Yeah.
But it always felt out of place to me because I'm like, why? Like, it doesn't make sense why everything stops and you can totally do this. Like, I felt like it should have worked like how it should have been in game while you're still having combat going on.
Yeah.
Or some things are still going on, like in BioShock 2, where you had like the meter and you could quickly do it.
Yeah.
You know, like the hacking stuff, which would have been. I think it would have been more fun that way because then it would have upped the tension. But
Yeah, that would have been nice. Oh, and that weapon he has is really fun to use.
oh yeah, you get that after this mission. It also has unlimited ammo, which is really cool.
It just has an overheat function, which is slightly annoying, but once you upgrade that sucker, ooh.
Oh yeah, it also does less damage overall than other weapons, but if you add the damage modifier and the upgraded ammo, you don't need another weapon the entire game.
Yeah.
And I think when you get the first version, like the Mark I version, it's a really heavy weapon, but if you upgrade it, it gets super light and you have like plus 200 for all your powers, and that's the only weapon you really need.
Yeah, and that's always fun when you can just use a laser beam of death.
Yeah, because it has because like you were mentioning, do you mean the overheat function like unlimited ammo, or the overheat where if you pass a certain number and it does like double damage? Because it does do that.
When it basically when it just you can't use it first. It has a cooldown period.
Oh yeah. The way you actually get around the extra cooldown period is you stop as you start losing ammo.
Yeah.
Because then it'll recharge much quicker than if you let it go all the way down to 0.
Right.
But there's also this overcharge, I guess, function where if you pass 50,
Power beam.
yeah, if you fire for technically 50 consecutive shots, it'll overcharge and it'll do double damage, but it also deplete quicker if I remember right.
I think so. That would make sense.
Yeah,
That-
which is really useful.
You know, I'm just gonna ignore all of you guys.
You're on narrative, so it's not like that will do much damage. Like, look at that. You're getting shot at from every angle, and you're losing only like a quarter of your
Not
of your
even.
shield. You have 2 turrets, and you only lost about half.
Oh.
No, you have one more piece, I think.
No, we have to
You
find a way
go
across.
down. Yeah. Oh, now your shields actually went down.
Yeah, not like it matters much.
Not really. Yeah, I remember now. You have to find a way going down into that trench, I believe.
No, we just have to go around.
Is it around? I forget. It's
Yeah.
been a while.
We just have to go through this way over here, and then I think we have to climb a ladder or something. If I remember... I don't know where it is.
No, I believe
So
it's
I don't
over
remember.
there, actually. Like, back where the
I would-
bridge was.
I would think...
Because this is where
so.
you had the thingamajig. Now I'm blanking on the word. The vision. Yeah, with the cipher. I believe the area it's in the area that you were just at over here. Sorry. Yeah, I believe you just go down. Yeah, you go down.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
told you. You go through the trench.
Okay, I thought we had to, like, climb our way across on, like, these buildings, which we do, but, you know, we don't cross the chasm with the buildings.
No, because it's the chasm of death.
Bridge of Chasm Doom, whatever it is. From Lord of the Rings.
Yep, Bridge of Chasm Doom.
Oh, we can't jump across that.
No, because you'd be dropping like 30 feet.
Oh, that's not 30 feet. That's more like 20 feet.
You know what? This is video game
We're
logic, so
superhuman.
now-
It doesn't matter.
This is-
Bioshock Infinite, you can drop like 500 feet and you'd only lose a chunk of your health.
That's still a chunk. This
Or shields, and they
is
grow back.
real life.
Shields
Yeah, that's-
grow.
Yeah, shields grow.
So let's open up the Prothean pod.
I'm transmitting the signal.
Yeah, you have to wait for it to warm up.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, because you can't just like take him out of it or else
Oh,
you,
it's
you
like-
kill him.
So you're telling me that this pod has such a slow
This prod.
process. This prod has such a slow processor that, you know, it has to wait and figure out what we need?
Apparently. I think they could have just saved themselves if he's already dead. So
I know, but I wanted to still hit him with my...
well, it only targets living enemies, even though they're technically none of them are alive. They're a video game.
They're digital. Well, hello. Hello, can I help you, sir?
Why is he not firing?
Do you want a hug? Oh, now you're firing at me. Let's put on... Oh, I never put on armor-piercing rounds. Number 7.
You don't really need them either.
No, but...
Armor-piercing is always fun.
Actually, no, let's do cryo rounds.
Oh, I love the cryo rounds, because then, particularly if you go in melee, let me just break them. Or you could do that. Because if you freeze them, and then I think, you don't have...
You keep leaning into the microphone. Why do you do that? They can hear you just fine.
Are you sure they can hear
The
me?
light pod ended stasis mode.
We're almost there.
At least I didn't yell into it.
No, I'm glad you didn't, because then I would have hit you even harder.
Yeah.
Singularity to block enemy access.
A singularity to block enemy access.
Yeah, because it's cool, because what I would always do with Liara is I would just have her throw out singularities, and I would hit people with the concussive shot, because
Heavy
you have
mech.
like an extra explosion.
Oh,
yeah.
hello.
That's the Atlas mech. And you can totally get into them if you can break the glass and kill the pilot without destroying the mech. Which is fun, but it's really difficult to do on the easy difficulties because you do so much damage.
I can see through this damn smoke.
Yeah. Yeah, you can also, it helps if, yeah.
Aha!
There we go. You totally got it.
Pull you out. Mine.
Yeah. And then you just go into it. But you also start with the amount of health that you left the mech with. Like, it doesn't suddenly have full health.
No, but this mech is like less than effective.
It's just a cool, nifty little thing that you can do. It's really useful in the one mission
Oh,
at
missiles.
Grissom Academy.
Ooh, that's always good.
There. You can open the light pod now.
You're okay.
Yes. But you can melee apparently, but you can't see an animation. You just kind of go, eh.
Yeah. It would have been really cool if you could see like your arm hitting something, or see like your stomp or something, whatever it is.
Whoa, whoa.
Let's get at it.
Oh, that's how. Oh, wow. Seriously, it actually does the animation for you climbing over stuff. Wow, that's kind of pathetic.
How's that pathetic? That's cool.
That's weird. It's like it just slides over. It's kind of stupid.
Whatever.
Javik, welcome to the world of tomorrow.
Why didn't I wish Shepard would have said that? Like, that would have just been awesome.
Now let's open the pod.
Watch, you're gonna get into this cutscene. The Atlas is not gonna be there anymore.
I hope it is.
I'll laugh if it's not. Not futuristic interface, but
You've got it.
old interface that's completely unknown.
Hey, it's there!
Oh, it is there. Okay. I would have laughed if it wasn't there.
He's frozen.
Mm-hmm.
It may take him some time to fully regain consciousness.
I like the continuity that's going on here with the Atlas still being
Yeah.
there.
It's not pre-rendered then.
No, it's not. That's actually pretty cool.
Who the hell are you guys?
Also, it's really cool. His biotic powers are green, not purple
Yeah,
or blue, whatever it is. I think it looks a little more purple, but
Bluish purple.
yeah, his biotics are green, which is really cool.
How can you... Google, how do you change your biotic
Be
power
careful,
color?
He's confused.
He's confused. Shoot him!
I don't think you need to. He's just
He's drunk.
like, how would you feel waking up after 50,000 years and you see this?
Remember, it's been 50,000 years for us, but for him, it's only been...
A few minutes.
No, the bunker is falling. There is no other option.
There are pods online. Those soldiers are still alive.
Their sacrifice.
I also really like the voice actor for Javik.
Yeah, he sounds like he's Jamaican.
No, I think he has more of an Afrikaans sort of accent.
I guess, yeah.
Like, that's what I think.
I think Caribbean for whatever reason.
It's similar. There's a certain sound. There's a similar sound, but I think that he has more of an Afrikaner sort of accent. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I really like also the fact that he doesn't just have like an American accent or a Canadian accent. Like it's something more exotic and more unique to his character.
Hello, Gov. Name's Jarek.
Mm-hmm. That would be weird if he had a British accent. Also, that just so you guys know too as well that he's also a very important person in the Prothean hierarchy, I guess is what it would be called. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think they have a specific word for it, but I forget now. But yeah, that he's an important person.
Chain of command, or
yeah, I guess, because they are a very militaristic society. So I think it would be chain of command would be the correct term. Yeah, and so now at this moment that we just saw, he knows he's the last Prothean because all the rest of the pods
are out of power.
Yeah, they're running out of power and all that. And what just happened there is you kind of had like the Vulcan mind meld that just happened a little bit because they transfer information through like touch. So now he has all of Shepard's knowledge, and you kind of have a piece of his knowledge. Yeah,
that's kind of creepy. I know who you are, what you are, just from touching you. Thanks. I know how to speak your language.
It is a little creepy.
That is a little weird, but it wasn't a failure.
Your people did everything they could. They never gave up. And I could use
Don't ever give up.
Never give up. Never surrender.
Fight!
Sorry. Human. I'm surrounded by primitives.
Primitive people.
Okay, this is the part that I've never really liked, that he acknowledges all these other races that are now the predominant races as like he knows who they are, even though 50,000 years ago we don't look the way we do now. We had similar features, but not looking the same way.
Yeah.
And he also makes comments if you bring him on different missions for like I think it's what are they called?
Understood.
Whatever. What's
Quarians, Solarians.
Hanar.
Hanar.
That he says they were minnows in the ocean. And I'm like, okay, now they look like giant jellyfish.
They didn't get very far.
No, but at least now they're an intelligent life form.
Yeah, but I think one of them that was really funny was when he goes about the Solarians. He's like, "Oh, the lizards.
Yeah,
their livers are delicacies."
Exactly.
Thanks.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but it's the fact that he recognizes all these races, even though they were totally different 50,000 years ago. Yeah, and it always causes weird disconnect for me.
I've tried to make them more accommodating, but they're not letting me talk to him.
Yeah, because we're the Alliance and we're kind of jerks.
Species assume hostility. We had to dust off the regulations.
Yeah.
So we have to assume that he's hostile because he's different.
Well, yeah. Oh. But I think this actually stems from the First Contact War. When they meet the Turians. Of course, we can trust him.
We can trust him. He's new.
Right.
We're very trusting. We're Commander Shepard.
Will he?
That depends on you. I can sense fear in you, anxiety and distress. The Reapers are winning.
Yeah, because we have no idea what the hell we're doing.
Exactly. No, because for the past 2 years, no one listened to Shepard.
Yeah. Well, that's what Joker was like mentioning. He's like, "Hey, do you want me to call up the council and just hang up on them? You know, just for old times."
Yeah,
I could do that.
because you always had that option in Mass Effect 1 when you were to answer back to the council for being when you were an official Spectre. Yeah. So you always had that option. Just be like, "Screw you," and
go your own way.
Exactly.
Lone wolf.
Like your weekends.
But you could do whatever.
Yes.
So now we get to talk to Javik, who's just going to explain what the beacons are and
Yeah, and now he's going to yell at you because that's what he's viewing now, which is the original video And that part you saw where you see the collectors is actually...
That wasn't in the original Mass Effect.
No, it was in... You can actually get that in 2. In the... I think it's in one of the Hammerhead missions. You encounter another beacon which shows you that the Protheans got turned into collectors.
Okay.
Like, it gives you an extra shot of the collectors. And so, and then your journal entry or codex entry gets updated with that information. Which I always thought was a really cool thing. Which is another thing that irritated me, that they could have used that to do like a little side story with the cipher that's in his head. Mm-hmm. And also these giant metallic balls that you can find in Mass Effect 1 and in 2, mm-hmm. which are Prothean artifacts, or older, like they don't know where they come from. But they have some sort of weird significance, but they never talk about them. They're things that are there.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of things that could have been this more like sort of metaphysical direction they went, but never did, and kept with this sort of militaristic sort of thing that they're doing. Mm-hmm. So
Javik is less than useful.
A little bit.
I'm not a scientist. I know how to kill things.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thanks.
But he offers an interesting perspective because he is a Prothean. So there's that. No, seriously, like
it's useful, but it's still kind of like, oh. Well.
I mean, he's my favorite because
he's my favorite Prothean.
No, he's just my favorite. He's my favorite character overall for the most part.
I like Garrus the most.
No, Garrus is a very close second, but Javik is my favorite because he's so different from everyone else. Mm-hmm. Because like you'll learn certain aspects of who he is and what he means to the Protheans, mm-hmm. that really show. It really changes how you feel about the Protheans.
Right. Yeah.
Like the Protheans are really romanticized, mm-hmm. at least in the sort of way that we romanticize the Roman Empire.
Yeah.
Where, and even though they
were great, they were fantastic,
but they were also kind of savages in their own way.
And if you actually look at the details, mm-hmm. that's where it all falls apart. It's like, oh, there's a huge overarching grandeur, but when you look at the nitty gritty, it's like, oh shit, that doesn't really fit social acceptance today.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, and it's the same thing with the Protheans. Like, I mean, I see a lot of similarities with the Prothean Empire and the Roman Empire. Mm-hmm. Like, that was, at least I feel like in behind-the-scenes sort of way, that's probably what they had reflected with the Protheans. That the Roman Empire is very similar. And you'll probably see more of that sort of similarities the more you speak to Javik and figure out about his history. Because he does have a lot of insight into the history of the Protheans, because obviously he is one, so...
Clearly.
Yeah.
I never really thought. I thought he was just an ugly...
Can you say what you're going to say?
An ugly Turian.
He could be.
Very ugly Turian.
He could be.
Or very deformed Elcor. So we could investigate and we could figure everything out, but we're not going to because it doesn't matter.
Not really.
Never imagined actually meeting a Prothean.
It does.
It's only if it's in the main dialogue wheel, then it's important. But if it's in investigate, then it really doesn't.
And we can do that behind the scenes too, because I mean, it does change certain aspects of the last moments you have with each one of your
the lizard
members.
People evolved.
Yeah.
Now they're talking about Solarians.
They used to eat flies.
See, Javik's knowledge of past civilizations is always really amusing. It's like, oh, the lizard people or the jellyfish, mm-hmm. or whatever. So it's really amusing.
No, yeah,
he is a really good character,
mm-hmm.
characterization wise and personality wise. I just like Garrus more.
No, yeah, Garrus is your buddy. He's been with you every game.
2 games.
Well, now going to
3
be
games.
3. Once we get to that point, because you don't
that table
meet him
is
for a while.
Weird.
Yeah, I never understood what
I don't get
is. Yeah, there's another one on the other side that he's standing by too.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk to him.
Yeah, we can talk to him later.
Yeah, well, we'll do that next time or later or off screen or whatever. Either way, the end of the episode is come. So we shall see you guys next time with our new Prothean buddy in our ranks instead of
we have
James.
to wait 1 mission before we can use
Oh, that's
him.
right, because he has to relax.
Mm-hmm.
So
actually, I believe it's
recover.
I believe no, it's recovering, but I think he's actually not available till after you get the Primarch. I think that's the point where he becomes available. At least I believe so.
Okay. Well,
Could
either
be.
way, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Maybe.
Perhaps.
Ah!